Hi, this is Dan at Trapping the Ozarks, and I've been getting a lot of questions this week about what are the items that I carry with me out on the trap line. So today I wanted to go over some of those must things that you have to take with you when you go. Let's start off with a couple of the larger things. A catch pole. It's required in some states. If you don't carry one, you probably should. This is a good one. This is a catch-all. It's a 4-foot one. It's got a cable in the bottom of it. It's covered in like this plastic so it doesn't hurt the animal whatsoever. In the back, you just tighten this up, catches the animal, and then you can release it by just pulling the back. Highly recommend. You're gonna catch some non-targets that you're gonna want to get rid of. You're gonna catch a dog every now and then, things of that nature. You gotta have a catch pole. I always carry that. The next big thing I always carry is a heavy-duty stake remover, earth anchor remover. Here in the Ozarks, the ground is super hard and it's really rocky. It's got a lot of clay, so I carry one of these heavy-duty ones. Then I don't bend it, and even with this thing, sometimes I can't get anchors out of the ground and I just have to leave them. But this thing will remove a lot, so you got to carry one of those with you. Got to have a good sifter. I like the metal ones. They seem to last a little bit longer. This is a middle-of-the-road one. You can get some really fancy ones. You can get some really inexpensive ones. Doesn't matter, but you got to use a sifter. You got to keep those small little rocks from getting caught up around your trap jaws and stuff. So a good sifter. I always carry a little small cup too, especially during the cold parts of the year when you're going to be using, wax dirt or peat moss or dry dirt or whatever you're going to use. This is always great to have this, so you can just take little scoops of whatever you're using out of the UTV or the truck or whatever and use it at your sets. Heat treated stake driver, you got to have one of these. This thing will just pound into the ground here in the Ozarks. I've been using this for a long time. It's not bending. It's excellent. I also use a little groundhog tool. I like it because it's got a little bit of a hammer and a thing to dig on one side, and then a smaller thing to use on the other side. And I use this in conjunction with my old stake driver, which was a non-heated stake driver. And as you can see, I kind of bent it a little bit at the end. But now what I do with this is, because the ground around here is so hard, I tried using like a dirt auger on a cordless drill for dirt holes. It's too rocky, it's too clay. It was always getting caught up in rocks and stuff, the limestone here. And so I just use this to hammer down into the ground, kind of waller out a hole the best I can, which is this. And then I use this groundhog thing to sit in there and kind of twist it as much as I can, make my dirt hole a little bit rounder, a little bit deeper, and a little bit wider. So I use this for a multitude of things. I have a trowel. Honestly, I don't really ever use this thing. I don't know why I even carry it. I've tried to dig dirt holes with these things here. I end up breaking them all the time, so I should probably just get rid of that thing. I use this little tool, and I don't even know what it's called. I found it in some gardening stuff in the garage, and but I like to use it when traps are frozen, to dig down underneath them and pull them out, and a variety of little things around the sets. So I don't know what it's called, but it's a cool little tool. The main hammer I use is just the Sod-Buster Hammer. You guys have probably all seen these. You can buy it at any trapping supply store. The ground here, again, is really super hard, so I need a good quality hammer. And then you can also drag an anchor with it really easily. So that's the hammer of choice. Gloves, I use a variety of different gloves. These are what I've been using to set my traps and do everything around. They're kind of a rubber kind of glove, but they're insulated, which when it's cold, my hands get a little bit cold. So these things are great. I also use a different set of gloves when I'm setting my lures and baits. And I'll usually just use those Jersey 65-cent little Jersey gloves you can buy for that. But these are the only gloves that I use for my traps and for setting stuff. I use a pair of knee pads. You can use a landscaping pad. I see some people use like a little tarp or whatever. I just like to use these. I have a bad knee. They make it easier for me to be on my knees. Plus it keeps me off the ground, out of the mud, out of the snow. Keeps some of my scent away from the sets. That's why I use the knee pads. I carry a little brush with me in case I need to use it around the set. Then I have a little J-hook tool. Never know when you're going to need that out in the field. I have a screwdriver because you're going to need that in the field. I have a pair of pliers, you're going to need that in the field. And I have a little pan adjustment tool because you're always going to need that in the field. I carry a few other odd and end little things, but nothing too out of the ordinary. So that's what I carry. I carry this bucket with me, throw everything in it. Into my truck it goes, or most of the time I trap out of a UTV. But whatever it is, that's what I use, that's what I carry. There's lots of other things you can carry. Probably some things I don't carry that maybe I should. But that gives you just some idea of what I use. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you share it with your friends, and definitely tell me what you carry in the comments below. Maybe there's something in there that I need. I'm always learning and trying to get better, so help a guy out. And also let me know if there's something else that you'd like to see. Thanks again for watching.